slant asymptotes. And all I want to talk about is how you can use your calculators to do long division. I didn't want to tell you before because I wanted you to do the last quiz by hand. Okay? Some of you figured out, because I heard you guys talking to each other, that you know how to do it. Okay? Let me go through how you can use your calculators. It does make things quicker than what I did up here by hand, but you have to understand the interpretation of it if you're going to use it. Okay? And so if you go into your calculator, you can do long division by using the expand command. Okay? So if you go into your calculator and choose the Algebra 2, F2 Algebra 2, and expand, and then type your full numerator in one set of grouping symbols, and divide by your full denominator in the other set, and then close that off. When you hit enter, what you're going to get is you're going to get an expression that's written in this form. Okay? And the TI will put your remainder in front. Okay? So if you have to, and sometimes you'll have to scroll over, but if you go up and you scroll to the right as far as you can, the last set of terms is going to be your quotient. Okay? Now, for slant asymptotes, that is your equation. So when you do this division right here, your answer is going to be x cubed, or I'm sorry, x over 3, or 1/3 x plus 2/3. Okay? So y equals 1/3 x plus 2/3. Now notice that's what we got here in this same calculation when we did this by hand. Okay? So you can do it by hand if you want, but you can also use your calculator. Okay? The one thing that you do, again, need to understand from this is the number that's written up above is your remainder. Sometimes the remainders, if they have multiple terms, like if the remainder is like negative 2x plus 1, they will be written as individual fractions, and they won't always have the same denominator. Okay? So if it is the case that you need to find out what your remainder is, okay, based on that a long division, what you can do is if you were to go up and highlight what your calculator shows you and then delete the quotient part of it, delete everything that came after your fraction here, so delete this quotient part. If you then hit enter and you multiply that by the original divisor, so if I multiply this by the whole expression, 3x squared minus 6x minus 9, and hit enter, that's going to give you your actual remainder. So here is the remainder. The remainder is negative 2x plus 6. Okay, so you can do it that way if you want to. Okay, if it's more confusing than what you were already doing, just continue to do it by hand, but you can use the expand command on your calculator to do that. I'm going to do my long division, so I'm going to go to the F2 algebra command, choose option 3. I'm going to put my numerator negative 6x squared, or plus 11x plus 4, and I'm going to divide by the quantity negative 3x minus 2. So when I look over, 2x minus 5 is my slant asymptote. And so when I sketch this, I plot my y-intercept, negative 5, go up to over 1. And when I sketch that here, that's all you're going to be asked to do on that, is to, for those problems, you're just sketching the resulting slant asymptote, which will be a linear function.